It's a Yui from Sendai First High School. I went to Minnesota last year as an exchange student thanks to the Rotary Club, and I will share you a little bit of my exchange year. 皆さんこんにちは。2017年18年度アメリカのミネソタ州へ派遣させていただいた宮城県仙台第一高等学校の矢沢由衣です。今日は帰国報告会に参加できず申し訳ありません。ビデオという形ではありますが、私のミネソタでの1年を皆さんとシェアさせてください。それでは Let's get started! Before I started my exchange year, I was just a normal student who played basketball every day. My school life was filled with basketball. When I was in the second grade, I happened to find a notification from the Rotary Club which said that they were looking for students who wanted to study abroad. At the moment, I was like, yes, this is what I want to do, and I applied for this exchange program. I retired from my basketball team at the beginning of the June. My friends knew that I wasn't able to graduate with them because of the school curriculum, so they gave me message books. How nice! The send-off party. The former governor, Mr. Fujisaki, gave us lots of pins to exchange with. Thank you so much. August 15th, 2017. I was at Sendai Airport with my family and friends. They came to say goodbye to me. I was excited for my exchange year was going to begin, but at the same time, I was sad a little bit. After 14 hours of long flights, finally, I arrived at Minneapolis-St. Paul Airport. Members of my sponsor Rotary Club, my country officer, and my first host family were welcoming me. My journey is gonna start from here. Of course, I have a lot to talk about, but we only have limited time today, so I'm gonna talk about these three things: host families, school, and the Rotary Club. The city where I stayed is called Bloomington. It's right by Minneapolis, which is one of the twin cities. Bloomington is famous for having the biggest shopping mall in the US. To begin with, I'm going to talk about my host families. I had three host families. They tried to introduce me their cultures. They took me a lot of places, showed me lots of movies, and let me experience American big holidays. My first host family, the Lewis, took me to the state fair. It's like a big summer festival with an amusement park. My favorite one is called Skyflyer. You can see the whole festival from there. This is how big the fair was. They also took me to the Renaissance Fair, which was like a fictional 16th century fantasy kingdom. I found the unicorn, and there were mermaids in the festival. I had a lot of events with my second host family: Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. I loved Christmas the best. A gorgeous big Christmas tree and lots of presents underneath it. I still remember that me and my host sister Shannon were going crazy like kids in kindergarten. My second host mom, Vicky, really liked to show me her favorite movies, and I was into watching them too. My favorite is Pitch Perfect. And my last host family, the Cubs, took me to Duluth, which is a city right by the Lake Superior. Spending time in Duluth was amazing. I really want to take my family there. That's the Lake Superior over there. You will spend the longest time with the host families. Sometimes you might have a hard time with them. Sometimes they might feel uncomfortable with you doing unfamiliar stuff. But on those occasions, just try to talk with them. Just like you try to be part of their family, they also try to understand you. be loved is true, but before that, you have to love them. I strongly think so from my experiences with my first host family. I'm gonna talk about my school life in Minnesota. I went to John F. Kennedy High School in Bloomington. The school life was completely different from what I used to do. Then how did I make friends? I made them in the dance class that I took at first. It was really hard for me to make friends because I didn't know how to use or speak English, but in the dance class or any classes that requires physical action, it's easy to get along with people. The US History and English 11th, which is for juniors, were required for exchange students, and I was also taking acting, pre-calculus, physics, food, gym, and photograph classes. My favorite was gym class. We had 3 big events at Kennedy: homecoming, Sadie's, and prom. When I went to the homecoming party, I was overwhelmed. I didn't even know how to dance, but it was super fun. And the prom day, skipping school, Cece, my third post mom, took me to a beauty salon to get me ready for the prom. We took a lot of pictures and my friends took me to one of the best sushi places in Minneapolis. It was great. Then finally the prom party. Because of doing it with other schools in the same city, the dance party was huge. We had so much fun dancing until 12 o'clock midnight. I joined the basketball team in winter. I had been playing basketball for almost 10 years, so I could make it to be in the varsity team. They had varsity, junior varsity, and other lower grades team in the same school. Varsity is the highest level one. It was a bit hard to play in the varsity, but at the same time, it was really fun. Samantha, one of our captains, told me one day you know how to play basketball better than us, so just speak out, teach us what you've learned in Japan. I was so happy to hear her words. They needed me just like I needed them. Our coach, Coach Q, was super nice and I'm missing him so much. I'm still keeping his words in my mind. Feel the pressure, but don't be scared. I also joined the badminton team in spring. It was really fun to learn new sports. I went shopping with my friends at the Mall of America after school and went out to have dinner with them. One event that we went in May, called the International Festival, was super fun. But spending good time with them, I gradually realized that I was going to graduate soon. Thinking about it made me sad. The graduation ceremony. I was kind of nervous because I didn't even know what I was supposed to do. The ceremony was quite different, but I made it the whole year. A few weeks after the graduation ceremony, my host families did a graduation party for me. I invited some of my friends and we had a great time. Studying at Kennedy had changed me a lot, I think. I learned how to talk in English, how to communicate with others, and how to live in a society with various diversity. One of my most precious moments was when I was involving with the Rotary Club. My host Rotary Club was South Metro Minneapolis Evenings Club, aka SMME. I attended their meeting twice a month and did volunteering with them too. My host district 5950 and One by Hours District 5960 have one big youth exchange organization called North Star Youth Exchange. They had 62 students from all over the world. We had orientations once a month and enjoyed American big events like Halloween.
I got the costume prize with Philip from Sweden. We also had some events to introduce our own countries to Rotarians. It's called the Country Fair. At our last country fair, I performed the Japanese traditional dance, which Miss Aso taught me. I was super nervous, but I was also happy that people at the fair enjoyed watching me. At the Youth Exchange Organization, they have country offices for each countries. I spent a lot of time with our country officer, Tom Tamura, too. He grew up in Japan and met Ginny, who was an exchange student in Tochigi at the time. I stayed at his house with other 3 Japanese students from Osaka and Gunma. It was fun to talk about how different we were experiencing Minnesota. At the end of our exchange year, some of us went on the East Coast trip. We traveled almost quarter of the United States, Myrtle Beach in the South Carolina, the Times Square in New York, and Boston were my favorite places. I enjoyed the cruising in New York a lot too. I got a kiss from a fake President Trump in front of the White House. It was hard to say goodbye to them on the last day, but I hope I can see them again. On July 11th, I left Minnesota. My first flight was so early that I had to go to the airport at 4 a.m. I was like, I'm not gonna cry because I won't be able to stop. But yeah, I did. I was too sad to leave Minnesota and I was crying in my whole flight to Chicago. Spending almost a day on the airplanes and in airports, I finally arrived at Sendai Airport at 8 p.m. July 12th. Some of my friends and my family were waiting for me coming back. I was happy to see them.
Without the Rotary supporting me, I couldn't have experienced this wonderful year. My host Rotary Club, host district, and my family, thank you for supporting me a lot. Thinking back my experiences, I feel like I've learned how to live in this big planet. It's just the beginning of my journey. I do my best to contribute to the Rotary Club. Thank you for watching this, and hopefully I will see you next time. Bye!